Welcome to the project, and we're starting in the US with American President Donald Trump saying diversity hiring policies are responsible for the air disaster in Washington, now believed to have claimed 67 lives. There are no survivors from the American Airlines flight, which crashed into an Army helicopter over the freezing Potomac River.
It's all under investigation.
I understand that. That's why I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of people don't.
Still overseas, and legendary UK pop singer Marrell Faithfull has passed away at the age of 78. With a voice defining London's swinging 60s, she was once in a high-profile relationship with Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger. Faithfull also starred in several films, but didn't see herself as a celebrity. And whether you think it's art or vandalism, the hunt for the person behind Pam the Bird may be over, with police arresting and charging a 21-year-old Melbourne man.
This is like Melbourne's Banksy.
It is. Look at this footage, Rove. Look at it. This. I don't know
that one's
how
upside
we get
down,
to these
so
places.
you look like an idiot doing that.
Wow. Exactly. Excellent question, Alex. Over the last 4 years, Pam has appeared in seemingly impossible places all over Melbourne's most famous landmarks. It is truly
I thought it was actual
unbelievable.
birds that had smashed into buildings. I'm learning a lot.
And guys, I'm excited to bring you this next story because dad bod, it ain't. At almost 50, David Beckham is getting back to his roots. Yep. The man that his wife Posh dubbed Golden Balls has bared all in a new underwear ad.
I can see him.
And well, I guess we'll just roll it in full. Rated.
Is there a
This is
gorilla?
just you home on a regular Friday night, Rove.
Sorry, I don't know where that footage of me came from. Right. We are live from the lands of the Kulin Nation. Myself, Robic Mattis, Georgie Tunnian, joining us tonight, comedian, writer, actor, TV presenter, all of this and the above, Alex Lee.
We can also add to that Man U fan. A new one.
I guess
The music
now
really helped that, I think, along.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know how bent Beckham really is.
That's very
I could
good.
see his penis very clearly.
The shape of his penis.
The
We
shape of his
understand.
penis,
Yes.
very clear to
Do
me.
you shower with your underwear on?
Is that what happened in there?
That's what
I
happened.
literally got distracted.
You got distracted by everything else that was happening.
Oh, he's a
there, but
weirdo
yes,
in his underpants.
Here he is.
You know what? I get it now.
But then he sees the people and
Yeah.
then he takes it off.
He takes them off. You know, he's giving the people what they want.
That's
Dare I say. Dare I
Do
say.
you yes to David Beckham?
Do I say yes?
I was never a Beckham person. I never got it until today. Literally today, I looked at that and went, fair enough.
do you
Well, because prior to that, it was always, you look at it, but he's like, I want David Beckham!
I think
That's
they
his
made
voice.
a specific choice
Yeah.
to not let him talk.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Just quiet, sweetheart.
Yeah, just-
sell the underpants.
Just flex. Just
Sorry,
flex.
Victoria. Anyway. Good news. Kids across the country are heading back to school. For some mums and dads, this will be quite the relief. But that's until it comes to the hidden fees, the endless hidden fees. They call them voluntary, but it seems that might not be the case.
Why are you charging people so much money to do a normal thing that is going to help a person's child?
Single mum Kate Stancer is just one of thousands of parents sending her child to school for the very first time this year. It's an exciting time, but an expensive one, thanks in part to a surprise request from her son's state school.
Let's go. I've got to supply paper towels, plates, hand sanitizer.
And the list goes on, with parents around the country told they'll need to contribute communal classroom essentials, ranging from hand soap to whiteboard markers, tissues, glue sticks, wet wipes and Play-Doh.
We've got schools who desperately want to provide an education where it's most needed, and they feel that they're putting pressure on families in the middle of a cost of living crisis.
Some schools going one step further, pursuing parents for so-called voluntary contributions in the form of cash.
That is $60. The voluntary contribution fee is $60. I don't actually know what that goes towards. Or I'm looking at nearly $400.
Voluntary contributions can easily climb upwards of $600 per student. In New South Wales alone, a massive $29 million was made in voluntary contributions to public schools in 2023.
I feel that, okay, I've got to pay it all quick as I can, go without for a while and just learn to deal with that, just to make sure my child gets a decent education and that I'm not going to be judged in any way. He's not going to be judged in any way.
In one extreme case, a selective boys' public school in Sydney refused to release report cards unless voluntary contributions of $2,500 were paid. In another, a Geelong school asked parents to automate access to welfare payments for voluntary contributions. Chronic underfunding blamed for the practice.
98% of our government schools that are supposed to be free are not funded to the point where they can provide them basics, and these are situations that should be intolerable to all of us.
And as struggling public schools pass the pain on to cash-strapped parents, it's sometimes our kids that pay the price. Kate forced to delay little Sebastian's first day by a week until she can afford everything he needs.
I want to be able to be a mother that can provide for my child, but with the cost of everything, it is a struggle.
So my son started kindergarten last year, and I was shocked when we got this list of all the things we had to send in with them. I mean, it was like the wet wipes, paper towels, I've seen some whiteboard markers. I mean, it's just shocking that the schools can't provide it themselves.
Right. So
like,
this
that
is
should be
beyond,
in
this is
school
beyond
funding.
what they have to take as kids, but it's like what goes into the class. And then on top of that is, did you get a fee on top of that?
Yeah, this year there'll be a fee. I think they changed it. So it's, I mean, kids are filthy. Absolutely. They need a lot of wipes
But
to get through the day.
Because this is something, I guess, that is a cost that's passed on to the parents, and if the parents didn't pay for it, then it would go back to the teachers, I'm assuming, as well, so that they can then provide for the communal class supplies that they do need, and it just doesn't seem to add up.
Well, look, all I'm saying is if everybody's putting in $50, $60, that adds up. There's only so many wet wipes even the filthiest of kids need. So just keep an eye on the staff room, because when they start slipping in the double-coated Tim Tams or the Kingstons, that's where the fees are going.
It's going. I love that.
Popular view. Time for a break. Run!
Welcome back to Rescue the Protest.
You know who else is feeling good as hell? The ladies. Because there is a new... maybe. Well, hear me out before you leap into this truth.
Yeah, put that finger down.
Finger down.
Yeah, you may want to check
Holstered
yourself
it.
first.
Yeah.
There is a new libido pill.
Okay, shouldn't put
for the
holster that
ladies,
there.
being dubbed female Viagra. Works, boom, Alex, in just 30 minutes, or it's free. I don't know how that works. But when you've got something like this, where better to test it than live on British morning television?
Karen took an over-the-counter libido booster, which has been dubbed female Viagra, live on air, and we sent the happy couple off to a luxury hotel room to sit down.
No, they didn't, Rose.
Yeah, yes, they did. And you're probably thinking, how did it go?
I am. Please don't show us.
You don't have to imagine, because they crossed back to them half an hour later. How did it go?
Hopefully, the very happy couple are rejoining us now. Come on in here, you guys.
Look at the way the husband's walking on the way in. Great gag.
I've been enjoying it.
Great gag.
Happy fella.
First things first, thank you so much. So, Karen, talk us through the experience.
Yeah, we had a good result. It made Ray very happy. And I think the results started, I think the effects haven't worn off yet, Ben.
Oh, really?
Ben, I'm still ready to go.
Yeah, that was Ray's
Here we
finished,
go, yeah.
but I'm ready for round 2.
Yeah, that was
So
what
that
was
was
being
it.
insinuated.
So we are now following this wonderful couple. I don't know. He seemed like he had a good time.
I know, but
Who can say for her? Who knows?
Incredible morning television, isn't it? Just
30 minutes.
let's send these people into a room to root and chat to them.
Cross back to them later on. I don't know if the clock was ticking on it.
That there was some poor, beautiful producer's job to be like, that's the rootin' room.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to call that now.
Now, that drug you said took 30 minutes to
Yes,
work.
30 minutes.
I've got a libido pill of a different kind that'll take just a second.
Oh.
We're ready to go.
Yes. You could make billions.
He does.
Yes.
I'm good.
You're right.
I'm good. Ben.
An Aussie comedian is still getting plenty of attention after having a crack at Elon Musk. Ethan Marrell, aka Ozzy Man Reviews, sold his Tesla last week in response to Musk's controversial hand gesture at Donald Trump's inauguration. Ethan shared a pic of himself flipping his Tesla the bird, and it quickly went viral. He later doubled down on YouTube to explain his decision.
I couldn't shake the feeling driving in it for the last week that it's not fun anymore. It's soured. The feeling has soured. And in my humble opinion, it's because I think Elon Musk's salute gesture was dodgy as
Very wise words.
Yeah.
And Ethan, aka Ozzy Man Reviews, joins us now. Ethan, was the salute the last straw? I think a lot of people have been in a similar position to you.
Yeah, I think so. And in a way, it was a straw on its own kind of isolated flaw that, was at a whole other level. But Tesla drivers for a while might have been feeling a little frustrated anyway, driving around in the car and, having disagreeing kind of viewpoints to him and how much his persona had kind of started overshadowing the brand. But I think it was a straw in its own right because I got no doubt in my mind that he knew what he was doing, and it was so belligerent with so much conviction, almost defiance in it, that it just kind of made my spine tingle a bit. And then, I was emotional and gave my own gesture that was, very non-ambiguous.
And you've seen those bumper stickers around that said, I bought this Tesla before Elon went crazy. I mean, were you sad to say goodbye to your Tesla?
Yeah, look, that's a less emotional way to respond instead of getting rid of the whole 50 to 60 grand vehicle. So those bumper stickers are probably smarter to do. I thought about having a number plate like FARK Musk for a while, and then I thought, no. Just commit, go full conviction back with the same level of conviction that I think he had, knowing the symbology behind that salute. And I call myself Ozzy Man, right? And it's like, it would be easy for me to lean into patriotism and nationalism. We've got the Ozploitation with the hairdo and the wig and the Aussie slang with celebrities and the vulgarity and the swearing. But I don't like neo-Nazism. I don't like nationalism. I don't like racism. So, I don't want to just run on a 2-hour podcast talking about wokeness ruining everything. I'd make more money, definitely. And I'd keep a 50 to 60 grand car, but I don't like it. And sometimes you got to have those line in the sand moments. And I think when you call yourself Aussie Man, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. I might be overthinking it, but there's a responsibility. No one puts it on me. I have no one to report to as an online creator. But I don't know. Those are my thoughts.
Well, Ethan, with great power comes great responsibility. So be honest. How much did you judge the person who bought the car off you?
Oh, Dino, the used car salesman. He was all right. He was fine. And look, I do miss the car to answer the previous question without just rambling. It was a great car. Lots of people work at the company. I'm aware of the pragmatic thoughts one can have, but it's all right. It was funny. I was doing the transfer of ownership with the car in the app, and then reception called him and was like, another Tesla. So it was, I don't think I'm dying on this hill alone. Yeah. Like, if I am dying on the hill with the world's richest bloke at the top, so be it. I mean, many more people could die on his hill in future. I'll just get in at the ground level. But I don't think I'm fully alone.
Ethan, what are you driving now?
Oh, I got an electric scooter.
Boom!
Perfect.
Done. Easy as that.
My office is close to my home, and I got a bicycle, so 4.5 k's each way is probably good for dad bod. I nicked the Misso's Mazda as much as I can, so we'll figure it out.
You got it. Ethan, Aussie Man, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
OK, we've got to take a break, but we'll be right back.
Going on. Plus, Diesel is joining us live in the studio tonight. Get excited.
Now, guys, keep the excitement going because the weekend smorgasbord of sport is here. So do your stretches, get locked in focus because it's time for... Yes, it's the weekend sporting G-Up, and with us today is Aussie cricketer Holly Furling, hoops hero Jack White and revhead Darian Engler. Holly, we're going to start with you and the Women's Ashes Test, which is happening right now. It is the first ever pink ball test at the MCG. That's in the men's game or the women's game. How's the vibe?
Oh, historic. And we're making history as we speak. And not only is it the first pink ball test, the Aussies have an opportunity to make it 16-0 in the Ashes. So I'm predicting a whitewash. The girls are doing a great job at the moment. They've got 2 days, I reckon, that they're going to bat. And then they'll try and bowl England out in the second innings.
Oh, Holly, you were saying all the things that I love to hear because we love to be dominant when it comes to this team. And Aussie spinner Alana King, she tore apart England's order. She then posted a lovely tribute to Shane Warne, saying that she hoped that he was watching. How great is it seeing a leggy kill it at the G again?
Oh, it's so special. She's idolised him since she was little, and I think even fitting that she got to bowl from the Shane Warne stand end and was taking wickets from there as well. So, no, Alana King deserves absolutely every single wicket that's coming her way, and I think she's going to play a massive part in that second innings.
Fantastic. Ashes clean sweep to the women. I love that. Let's head over to Sri Lanka, though. We'll check in on the blokes too. Holly, do you think that we're going to stop speculating now about Usman Khawaja staying in the side? Because he did score that double ton.
He is like fine wine. You've got to just keep him going. I feel like every time that we question him and his age, he just keeps rolling out the runs. So I reckon bring it on. Keep questioning it because he's going to keep staying there. He's going to keep scoring hundreds and now double hundreds.
I love that. We'll use it as motivation. All right, Holly, you're a superstar. Next up, we're heading to Melbourne United with Jack White. Jack, we're coming to the pointy end of the NBL season. Are you nervous about facing the defending champs, the Jack Jumpers, who need a win to keep their finals hopes alive?
I would say more excited than nervous. They have a good history of performing well at our home court at John Cain, but it's desperation time for them. We're excited. We feel like we're hitting some good form, so just excited to get back on our home floor and have good performance.
Now, you're one of those great people. I do want to focus on you and Delhi because you both have NBA championship rings. I'm a fan of jewellery, and I want to know, if you touch them together, do you get magical basketball powers?
Yeah, something like that. I think it's even more significant when Ian Clark puts his in there as well because we actually have a third. But yeah, I think that sort of international experience within our group is definitely a superpower of ours. So definitely looking to use that at the pointy end of the season for us.
Well, Jack, you are keeping that excitement well and truly stemmed. I don't know how you're doing it, but you're pacing yourself. I love it.
You are. Your resting heart rate's -4, I think.
There it is.
Got to keep it steady till game time arrives, you know.
Well, from basketball, now we are heading to the track because Darian Engler is at none other than Sydney Dragway for Bike Night. Darian, what is Bike Night?
Hello everyone, Bike Night's a great opportunity for anyone in the community to come out and race their bike down the quarter mile at Sydney Dragway in Eastern Creek, New South Wales.
Well, Darian, look, we can see some of your colleagues behind you. Will we be able to hear some revs, please?
I reckon. Do you want to give them a go? Let's go, guys.
Yep. Take it away.
I can wheel a bike like that down a track easy.
3,
Here we go.
2, 1. Whoa! Exceptional. Holy Jack, Darian, thank you so much. We'll wait for the smoke to clear, but that was the G Up for this week. Thank you for your time.
There it is.
That's it.
Everyone have a rub down? Sure, why not? And look, don't get me wrong, I love the little sports thing that you do, Georgie.
Fantastic.
It's great. But if you'd rather enjoy hours and hours and hours of movies this weekend like me, it's time for...
Rose Reels.
Firstly, Angelina Jolie is back on the big screen in Maria.
Tell me how it felt to be on stage.
An intoxication. I thought the stage itself would burn.
Jolie plays legendary opera soprano or operano Maria Callas as she retreats to Paris after a dazzling but hectic life spent in the public eye.
Our readers want to know what the hell happened to you.
Your voice will not return.
I will sing when I am ready to sing.
Yeah, see, like I said, hectic. But it's still better treatment than that other famous movie, Maria.
Maria, our abbey is not to be used as an escape. What is it, you face?
If you know, you know. Oof. Nextly, it's time to talk about architecture. No, wait, stay. There's also other dark and confusing subjects in The Brutalist.
Tell me, why is an accomplished foreign architect shoveling coal here in Philadelphia?
I'm not for that. You
It is not so simple.
Adrian Brody and our own Guy Pearce are both nominated for Oscars in this film that follows visionary architect Laszlo Toth and his wife as they flee post-war Europe in search of the American dream.
They do not want us here.
Who do you mean?
The people here, they do not want us here.
Speaking of brutal, clocking in at 3.5 hours, this isn't for anyone in a hurry or with a tiny bladder, so it actually comes with an intermission.
What?
Well, fair enough too. You always feel like you need a break when something just goes on too long and you Rude. Lastly, if you're looking to melt your choc top this weekend, may I suggest taking the heat of Baby Girl.
Is now a good time to introduce the interns?
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman gives a captivating performance as a high-powered CEO who risks it all when she begins a kinky affair with her much younger intern.
You have 7 minutes. I see myself as a
power-hungry personality.
You think that's what I am?
I think you like to be told what to do. Sorry.
For classification reasons, that's literally all I can tell you about this film. But let me just say this. For the love of God, whatever you do, do not watch this with your parents.
Get on your knees.
No. What?
Get on your knees now. Is that what you want?
Where's that intermission when I need it now?
Good girl.
And that was...
Rose Reels.
Yeah. Oh no. You've actually missed that now. I have a legitimate question.
Because of the Nicole Kidman movie.
I have a legitimate question.
Yes.
About The Brutalist.
Yes.
Is it worth seeing? Because I feel that I know it's nominated for all of the Oscars. I know that the performances will be amazing. I understand that it's like something that I should see as an artwork. La 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 la. Is it worth going to see a 3.5-hour movie with an intermission?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Very good film.
Really?
It's interesting because a long movie like that, and we all talk about how long movies now are, they have put an intermission intentionally. It was scripted to be that way. But then all it does is extend your day.
Yes.
But, you know, having a bit of a wee in between and a little update of your popcorn goes well. I think it's rising at the exact right time to walk away with the Best Picture Oscar.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I think it's nice to have an intermission. Makes it feel like more of an event. It's a whole
That's
day
really
out,
true,
isn't it?
Yeah. I feel
And
like
what
with
at
Barbie
the-
and
at-
Oppenheimer last year is like this is just doing it in
Yeah.
one. It's like, oh, you get to see The Brutalist 1 and then The Brutalist 2.
Also, at halftime, all the actors change sides.
Perfect. Let's get into today's top stories. And tonight, some of the world's biggest stars have hit the stage at the Fire Aid benefit concert in LA, raising funds to help rebuild the city after those devastating fires. The likes of Katy Perry, No Doubt, Pink and the Red Hot Chili Peppers have performed, with plenty more on the way. Even the surviving members of Nirvana made a surprise reunion. Now, 8 WA police officers have been disciplined for dismissing pleas for help from the family of Mark Bombara. The 63-year-old took his own life after murdering 2 women in their Floriat home while searching for his estranged wife and daughter last year. But an internal report found officers ignored the Bombara's warnings that their husband and father was out for revenge.
So did you not believe us? Or did you just not give a shit? I think this was the perfect storm of apathy and compassion fatigue from officers, combined with shoddy systems, outdated policies, and insufficient training and support that resulted in a lethal outcome.
The Greens have suggested introducing 50-cent public transport fares as a way to combat cost of living pressures. Adam Bandt has called on Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton to introduce the discount fares nationally if they win the upcoming election. It's already in place in Queensland. It will apparently cost taxpayers around $8 billion. And Australia's favourite little penguin may look a little different these days, but he's just celebrated a major milestone. Pesto, Rove's best friend, has turned 1, marking the occasion with a fish cake, of course. And while he's shed his fluffy feathers, it does appear that he's acquired a girlfriend. They grow up so fast. Keepers have noticed a blossoming romance between Pesto and a penguin called Pudding.
Oh my gosh, because you know he was wearing the David Beckham jocks. That's probably what helped. My little guy, he's so grown up. I'm very proud of him. It's a big day. It's a big day for all of us.
I do actually want to see that footage again because I don't know how happy little Pesto looked there. Look, he's not even touching his fish cake. And I actually think I know the reason why that is.
Have you been able to see
pesto.
Yeah.
What did you think of him?
He's big and fat.
Oh, body shaming a little penguin. He's going to be on the Penguin Ozempic soon.
Oh, they will be. Well, little cuties. Gotta love kids. They just say anything. Now, some Aussies are taking recycling to another level, especially when it comes to cans and bottles. There's been outrage after this photo was shared on social media of a woman actually in someone's yard going through their bins. What? The homeowner says she's okay with it if, it's a big if, the bin was out on the street.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So this is a big thing now, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the bottles in cans. You can get the 10-cent refund of them. In your face, South Australia, we can all do it now. But it has led to, I don't know if any of you have had this, but like at the end of like, especially over summer, a family gathering when there's been a few drinks going around of various kinds, the kids are like seagulls to a chip, trying to get all the bottles and cans and run home with them. So the idea that now you're infiltrating your neighbour's yard? Unbelievable.
I know, but what's more terrifying if it's like just a stranger there going through your bins or like a posse of children that are just there like launching, you know?
Well,
that's what I see.
I think it's silly though.
People are getting mad about other people going through their bins trying to get their cans. But, you know, there is a good solution. You can just set aside them like my dad does. There's a lady who comes to their street, always collecting them, and he puts them aside in a little box and he just sets them out for her so she doesn't have to go through the bin.
That's perfect.
I just hide in the red bin.
Lovely.
Wait till it's legally out on the nature strip, and then I just go through all the bins.
And that's fine.
And I'm living on a pile of just bottles and cans. I don't know where to take them.
I thought it's the Oscar the Grouch approach to recycling, and it works.
Yes, I love that. Now, like all little girls, guys, I once dreamed of being a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Oh, yes.
I know, it's a common dream. And while I may never achieve that dream, it's okay, Rove, because my dear friend, the Victorian Goldfields, has today been nominated for the honour. And I mean this, honestly, I am just happy for her.
When you think of the world's most iconic places, you think Stonehenge, the Great Wall of China, Ballarat. That's right, you snobs. Ballarat. The city has joined with Bendigo and 13 other local governments in Victoria's north to help get the state's legendary goldfields officially recognised as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
The World Heritage Bid is all about what UNESCO call outstanding universal value. So that's above national value. And there is no doubt about it that what you have in Victoria here is so special. It's unparalleled.
So just what is the cultural significance of goldfields? Well, pop superstar Sting wrote the smash hit Fields of Gold, and I spoke to him earlier.
Now, don't get me wrong, I hear what you're saying with the whole tantric thing, but I just reckon after about 5 hours I'd start to cramp up.
Then after being told to get back to work, I spoke to the citizens of Ballarat.
I'm very pleased. I've been waiting a long time and I'm very happy.
It's fantastic. It's good news for Ballarat and Bendigo and the whole area.
Yeah, it's plenty to see and do.
Yeah. Have you ever
and it's always changing.
This community, the gold in this community is the people. I kid you not.
The Great Victorian Gold Rush began in the 1850s, when the precious metal was discovered about 140 k's northwest of Melbourne. The state's non-Indigenous population quadrupled within 3 years, giving rise to towns like Ballarat and Bendigo. The rush had all but ended by the 20th century, but some still continued to strike it lucky.
The local barber nowadays takes a very, very long lunch hour because he finds digging far more profitable than cutting.
If successful, the goldfields will join the Opera House, Uluru, Kakadu and 17 other Aussie sites already on the heritage list. But what benefit does it have beyond bragging rights? Well, it can open up funding for conservation, as well as bestow international legal protection, which means no building football stadiums there, even if you really want to.
Honestly, I think it's probably one of the best things that could happen for around here.
It's a beautiful historic place. It's got a feeling of, you can see the grandeur of the past.
I think it's probably good. Sorry.
The dog agrees.
Yeah. Like it's a tricky one to get over the line, isn't it? Because the goldfields are just a place where gold used to be. Like they took all the gold. So now they're just fields?
Yeah.
It's a harder sell, but I think I've got a solution, right?
Oh, please.
What they need to do is put the gold back in to the goldfields.
Genius.
And don't make it easy to find. Like, let's get another gold rush happening.
Oh my gosh, so actually make it difficult.
Yeah.
Hold on. I've gone next level.
Here we go.
All right.
It's like a television show. And then you're finding the gold, like pretty much every single television show that exists, but you go and hunt for the gold. But I think that it is interesting because it kind of touches on, if this was to be made a heritage listed site, it touches on still to this day our love of a treasure hunt. Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Right, I see.
Because you've always got that mystery, that magic. Also, wanting to attain
it was
that.
a lot easier back then when you lived in black and white land to go, I found gold, because no one could tell. It's great. Who knows? If you are going to make this show, you two, can I do the voiceover for it?
Yes.
Because according to that news footage, I think I'm bang up for the job.
You'll have to audition for us, please. Yeah.
All right, we're looking for gold. Let's see who can find it with more project after the break.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, where I'm learning two things. One, when you do jokes with heaps of water, you should think about it, because when you have to sit through a whole segment with wet puddles everywhere, it gets very slippery and it's not nice, and then you're made to clean it up, which you should, guys.
Yes.
And not use your jacket.
And not, I used my jacket and everyone got very mad at me.
Very mad.
But the other thing I've learned, news!
Yeah, okay, great.
Oh, guys, every day, Alex, I don't know if you've realised this, there's more of it.
It is endless.
It is. I just want to go, I know all the news. There's more news. But when the mainstream media buries the lead, I am here to exhume it, reanimate it, and go full Franken news on you. Let's go.
Yes.
A zoo in China has sparked outrage after it painted several dogs orange and black to try to pass them off as tigers. I'll let you judge how successful that was. A spokesperson for the zoo did just say, well, if they're upset about this, maybe don't tell them the giraffes are just Jerry and Dave in suits. Doing bang-up work, guys. Pope Francis has taken aim at young people and their addiction to social media, warning them that constant scrolling will cause their brains to rot and they should put down their phones and give it absolutely no attention. Sounds like someone's a bit miffed their TikTok dance didn't take off. But I tell you what, you know it's grim when the Catholic Church is turning around saying, hey, this is bad for kids. Still on the air? We're still on the air.
We're still on.
In the Pastry World Cup this week, in Pastry World news.
Yes.
The Pastry World Cup was held in Japan. I don't know who you had your bets on, but Japan won the coveted gold medal with their impressive dessert of lemon, pear, marigold and chocolate granita in the shape of a leaf. I went to the event and I can tell you I haven't seen that many tarts in the one place since my nan hosted a bridge night. Because those women make terrific tarts. And also they're super horny. Still on it. A piece of fossilised fish vomit. What? Yes, fish vomit with lots of spit. Dating back to the time of the dinosaurs, has been discovered in Denmark. Experts confirm the vom is indeed about 66 million years old, and it's from the Cretaceous period. Oh my God. Coincidentally, I reckon this 66-year-old guy has glasses from the Bodacious period. Finally to Wales, and a woman has pleaded guilty to harassment after she sent her victim multiple aggressive videos of herself farting. No. Yes, police said it was a smooth arrest, but they did tragically lose 6 sniffer dogs. That was the real news. Deal with it.
Yes. Very good.
Question without notice to the group.
Go on.
When you're committing the crime of farting into the phone and sending it to your ex.
Oh, personally?
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't the crime on you?
Yeah, you are both dealing it and smelling it in that situation.
Yeah.
As
You're
the rule
leaving yourself
applies.
with the evidence, right?
Yeah.
Actually, so true. Just for you to look at whenever you need.
Yeah, that's it. But she was, someone said, why didn't you just block her? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if she was blocked, it wouldn't have been a problem in the first place.
Now, Susan Youssef
It was still on
is
it?
usually
We're still on it.
we're still on it. Is usually on this very desk with us, but now she's taking on a whole new stage with a brand new play, Housework.
We've pushed the Guardian interview till later, as we're due to meet with the Health Minister at 2.
One oat milk latte.
I said soy. Did you say Health Minister?
Yes, the Health Minister's office want to discuss the press release for your new proposal.
Ben did send it to the Minister's office first, yeah?
Huh?
Before releasing it.
And eyes to the lens.
And our own Minister of Fun, Susie Youssef, joins us now. Hello, Susie!
Hello, my beautiful project angels. How I miss you.
We miss you. How are you?
I am so well. I'm not sweating at all in beautiful Adelaide. I'm really loving it, but I am missing you very much.
Haven't you gone to a lot of trouble to get out of work here?
Yeah, I did actually. I've got to learn 125 pages of dialogue. I tell you what, making a couple of jokes about your grandma's horny tarts is a lot more fun. No, I'm kidding. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it, and I don't want to leave. We haven't even kicked off the season yet, and I'm already well in love with Adelaide once again. The season, when is it? Thank you for asking. It's on the 7th to the 22nd of February at the Dunstan Playhouse. I'll do my own plug. Thank you, Georgie Tunny. But how are all of you guys?
Susan, it's coming. The plug is coming.
You know how it works.
I mean, she doesn't need us, really.
Well,
she can interview herself and answer.
An absolute
what are we
pro.
doing here?
But the show itself is described as, and I quote, a story of sex scandals, betrayals, Machiavellian manipulation. How much fun is this, though? Seriously.
Sorry, were you describing the project or housework? Which one is that?
Yeah, it could be both. Could be both.
Could be both, could be both. It is so much fun. I get to perform opposite some of my favourite actors, and one of them being Emily Tahini, who is ridiculously funny.
Yeah,
maybe funnier than me, don't tell her I said that. But no, we're having a ball. We can't wait for people to see it. It is at that stage when you're rehearsing a comedy where we're not sure if it's funny anymore, but deep down, I think we know it is.
Oh, of course. Look, according to that clip that we just saw of you as well, confirmed certified funny. And in that clip, Susan, have you based your character on any particular person in Canberra?
No, I've done no research at all. Don't tell the director. No, look, what I've done is I have kind of based the character on people in my life, my younger sister, and some politicians as well. So it's really it's kind of like a collage of people that I've lived with who have interesting characteristics.
We might see a few people here on the desk pop up then in your performance. Now, Susie, you open next Friday. On a scale of 1 to Barnaby Joyce, how big is the opening night going to be? And the party afterwards?
I reckon, yeah, look, first of all, I just realised we are opening next Friday, and I've wet myself, so don't lower the camera. And I think it will be, I think it will be gutter Barnaby. That's what I think it's going to be.
Get along to
That's my favourite Barnaby.
Susie, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm sitting in your seat tonight, and just to let you know, I've left you something.
Yes, I have
and
noticed, Alex, and you look very beautiful, and you're being very funny. So, hating that.
I'll cut it out, I promise.
Well, we are looking forward to having you back on the desk very, very soon. So if you'd like to see Susie in the meantime in the flesh, Housework, you can go check it out in Adelaide.
Yep.
Tickets are available through our website. You got the plug away there. Thank you, Susie. Use every best you come back, guys.
Thank you. See you soon. Thursdays and Fridays. Love you.
Yes! Love you, Susan Newsom.
nice.
Now, we have to go to a break, but don't go anywhere because Aussie legend Diesel is coming up. Yep, there he is right there. On to this.
Welcome back. This is The Project.
Now, our next guest is an old school rocker with plenty of fuel in the tank.
For a whole generation of Aussies, Diesel was the soundtrack of our youth. The Aussie rocker ruling the 90s with an impressive lineup of bangers that have stood the test of time. With a whopping 16 studio albums, the man is unstoppable, heading on tour for his latest, Bootleg Melancholy.
That's unbelievable.
Would you please welcome Diesel? We've already started chatting. Now, sir, you have so many hits that you're actually doing this show in 2 parts. There's going to be 2 sets with an intermission. We've talked on the show tonight how much we love an intermission.
Full brutalist.
Yeah. What are you doing in yours?
Well, into my intermission?
Yeah.
I get out of one sweaty set of clothes into another one. It's just, I mean, I can't come off stage and it's like not a good feeling going back on with soggy socks and whatever. So,
Tell me about it. I've been swimming in mine all night. A couple of silly jokes. I'm going to do it again. I'll do it again.
It actually goes really fast, the intermission, thankfully. Yeah, because I don't like warming down much, you know. It's like...
That would be my concern. If you take a break, you start to lose the adrenaline rush. But it's also important for... You know, I love a bit. Nana needs a wee sometimes. So that's got to come up sometimes from the fans.
You know, a cup of tea is nice, I have to say. You know, quick selfie to send to the fam. You know.
It's all going good.
It goes fast though. And at first I was like, I don't like this intermission. You know, I'm being like used to just one set, but I've gotten actually to really like it now. Yeah. I'm becoming a theatre lover.
Yeah, you got a half time.
Yeah, I love it.
Now, we've been singing Tip of My Tongue all day.
Literally all day, so sorry.
As someone who's responsible for so many earworms, do you actually get your own songs stuck in your head?
You know, embarrassingly enough, I have woken up with a song. Sometimes I've gone to sleep like singing my own song. It's just like, stop. But it happens. Yeah, it happens. It does.
Do you have a method to get it out of your head once it's
Sing another hit.
Think of another song? Yeah. It's really an occupational hazard.
But does that mean like you could be walking down the street, you're just, you know, on your way to the shops or something, and you're just like, run on the so you're being caught in public singing your own song without you really...
Well, I've been known to like be in a Woolies or another big established, Bunnings.
Yeah, don't give Woolies all the free advertising.
Owned by the same people. Anyway, and I'll be in like, the frozen food section and a song will come blasting out. And there was actually a time where I was, I think, in the Dandenongs, and I walked into a supermarket and I heard a song and I was like, that sounds really cool. I was like, what is that? And then I realised it was one of my songs. And then I just was like, you idiot. Then I felt compelled to tell someone, and I thought, don't do that. Don't be that creepy old guy that's talking to the checkout person saying, do you know this song? It's like, no, do not be that person.
Now, is it true as part of this tour, like during the show you're giving out, you're giving away your guitars to
I'm
people?
kind of already known as to be the patron saint of giveaway guitars, at least in my friend and family circles. So, yeah, I think it's a great thing. I also believe I got involved in this thing that happened after the bushfires, which was for all the volunteer fireys, where we were doing online guitar lessons, and we got some sponsorship and gave all these people guitars, and we thought it'd be really good therapy. So after that, it kind of stayed in my head as being a really nice thing to do. And a lot of people are like, oh, no, I can't play. Oh, it's not me. But in actuality, I think everyone has enough musicality, or has musicality enough to like pick up a guitar and just at least play a power chord and, and enjoy what that feels like. It's like you don't have to be virtuoso.
But Diesel, my understanding with this is, so you're giving away the guitars, but then you're also giving away a one-on-one lesson with that. So in my mind, useless. I can't hold a guitar. Like, are you hoping that it's someone... But are you hoping that it's someone who kind of has an idea? Is that easier? Do you want like a complete novice? Or you're like, okay, God, we've got to learn how to hold it?
I will get something. It could be actually someone who just like absolutely burns me and I'm like, can I actually learn something from you? Who knows? It could, but either way, it'll be an exchange, and I will, at the end of that lesson, they'll be able to play something. Trust me.
Is that how you got your first guitar? Was it gifted to you?
It was. My brother and sister put their spare money. That Anson, So Anson Melody Maker copy it was, which was the best guitar in the world for me at that time. And they had some part-time jobs, and they put their spare part-time job money and bought that for me. And I opened it, I think, at least 4 times when it was under the tree. It was like, and put the sticky tape back just to like look inside the box and get a whiff of that fresh paint.
It's hard to disguise the shape of a guitar.
It was a triangle. I ruled out that it was an ironing board pretty quickly.
Well, for your chance to, of course, see Diesel enjoy the 2 acts, but also get a one-on-one lesson, you can head to our website to see how you get tickets to Bootleg Melancholy Tour. Would you please thank Diesel?